Well, criticism is growing here in Germany and across Europe over Moscow's decision to shut down the Russian operations of this channel, Deutsche Welle. The move is apparently in retaliation for German media regulators prohibiting Russia's state media outlet RT from broadcasting here in Germany. Now, critics say RT often broadcasts Kremlin propaganda and disinformation.
Deutsche Welle's Moscow office is now closed, and DW's journalists can no longer work from Russia. The Russian government announced on Thursday that it would shut down DW's bureau and revoke the accreditation of DW's journalists in Russia. It also said in a statement it would terminate the satellite and other broadcasting output of Deutsche Welle in the country. The measures come after Germany's media regulator banned the German-language broadcasting of Russia's state media RT, which began operating in December 2021 under a Serbian licence. Regulators say the licence does not align with European law. RT has also been accused of spreading propaganda and disinformation. The fact that Deutsche Welle has been deprived of its broadcasting licence and that its employees have also been denied accreditation is completely unacceptable. This violates the freedom of the press. And independent media is, after all, a sign of free and democratic states. That says a lot. Deutsche Welle has our full solidarity. The German government says Russia's actions are unjustified and called it a hostile decision. These drastic measures from the Russian side are not acceptable by any means. It is a truly aggressive act. But we don't need aggressive acts. We need dialogue. We need de-escalation and not escalation. The Russian government also said it plans to initiate proceedings to label Deutsche Welle as a media outlet acting as a foreign agent, a designation that carries further government scrutiny. For now, DW is considering possible legal avenues and says it will not stop reporting on Russia.
Well, my colleague Jared Reed has more on this story.
I'm here with the Director General of DW, Peter Limburg. Mr. Limburg, welcome. What update can you give us in respect to the closure of DW's bureau in Moscow?
Well, the office is closed and the colleagues over there stopped working. They gathered this morning there to take their personal things out and gave back the accreditations during the day. And as far as we've learned, the two non-national Russian nationals must not leave the country immediately. But we are not quite sure whether this has to be done in the next day, so we're still waiting for real confirmation that they can stay.
How are the colleagues going? Are they in any kind of danger at all?
I don't see an immediate danger, but I see that they are shocked and that they're disappointed. On the other hand, they're professional journalists and they will cope with the situation. And now we'll have to wait how we can support them at the best.
You mentioned it just a little bit earlier, but what concretely, if you know, will happen to both the Russian local staff and the non-Russian staff of the bureau in Moscow?
Well, first of all, they can't work for the moment, and we are in close contact with them, and we will support them wherever we can. And what exactly will happen, we'll have to see and wait.
What steps is Deutsche Welle planning to undertake now in terms of appealing to the Russian government to reverse its decision?
Well, we asked our lawyer in Moscow to protest against these measures and maybe also go to court if possible. But we have to wait also what she will tell us when she comes back from the Russian authorities.
Is any kind of political pressure from the German government expected for them to step in and do something?
I think the German government has already protested against these measures, and I'm sure that this will be also on the political agenda for everybody who talks with the Russian government. And up till now, I can't complain that the solidarity also from the German government and other parties is there. It's very good.
There's been also a lot of solidarity from Deutsche Welle's media partners, media competitors too, other institutions. How encouraged have you been by that?
Oh, it's very encouraging to see that there is so much solidarity for Deutsche Welle around the globe, and also the BBC or France Médias Monde, the European broadcasting unions and others, they send messages of solidarity, and I think it's really important, not also for us working here in Berlin or in Bonn, but it's important for our colleagues who are working in Moscow, that there are people who really support them and who are supporting free press.
Peter Limburg, thank you.
Well, later this month, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is due to visit Ukraine and Russia, where he will discuss tensions over Ukraine. Scholz has described the buildup of Russian troops on Ukraine's border as very serious and said any invasion would have consequences. Next week's visit will be the first face-to-face meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chancellor Scholz since he took over from former Chancellor Angela Merkel last December.